Hi there everyone, it's Missy here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome to day 5 of this trip down memory lane. I should have mentioned that I'm filming all these intros at the exact same time, so that's why you're seeing all of this. Plus I took down my roses background. I'm going to be making a new one. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. Today I have one of the very first holiday cards that I made on this channel. I'm using some supplies from Stampin' Up and Simon Says Stamp to create a red and aqua card. You guys know that's one of my most favorite color stories for the holiday season. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And At Home has a Mrs. Claus bakery collection this year, and all of it's like red and aqua, and it was really hard not to buy it. To buy everything that they had, because I eventually want to do another tree for my dining room, but we're not there yet. Anyway, so this is a quick and simple card. I think I made a set of these. I honestly can't remember. Again, this is from like 2015, 2014, 2015. I don't remember. So anyway, in the description box down below, you will find a link to all of the past holiday card list playlists. So you have tons of hours of content to binge watch if you want to. You're also going to find a link to my Etsy shop where I have plenty of Christmas cards still available. Don't forget to leave your comment in the comments down below for your chance to be entered to win the giveaway for today's video. And that's probably enough. Let's go watch this video. It's Misty from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome to another Festive Friday video. Today we're going to make a really cute card. I say that because it's cute in my brain because I haven't made it yet. But we're going to be using some of my favorite colors for Christmas, and that's Real Red and Coastal Cabana. I love red and aqua together, and I think it's such a modern take on like a retro color palette. So we're going to be using 2 different stamp sets and one die set today, excuse me. We're using the Festive Flurry. Now this box is huge, but I will say that I had purchased the wood mount from someone because I didn't get around to purchasing this when it was new. And what I did was I ordered some easy mount, and I just took off the stamps from the wood block and put them on easy mount. So, and now they're all in one box. So the other box is now gone. I'm also going to be using this stamp set from Hero Arts. This stamp set is called Merry Christmas Messages. I'm going to be using this May Your Christmas Be Cozy and Bright. I figured that would be a great one since we're going to be doing snowflakes on this card. I'm using this die from Simon Says Stamp. This is Christina Warner's handwriting, and it says Merry Christmas. I'm going to let you know that I went ahead and cut this out because this die is so intricate. Holy moly. I knew that if let me zoom in so you can see this. I knew that if I tried to die cut that on camera, it would be a colossal mistake. So I went ahead and cut it, and I cut it out of Real Red, and that's how thin and delicate this die is. So I think it's absolutely gorgeous because I think Christina's handwriting is beautiful, but I'm not going to do this on camera for you guys. It would be pretty painful to watch, I'm sure. Okay, let me get you back out a little bit. Like I said, the colors we're going to be using today are Coastal Cabana and Real Red. So I'm going to be making 4 cards with you. So I have 4 pieces, or 2 pieces of cardstock that measures 8.5 by 11. I cut them at 4 1/4. You get 2 card bases per piece of cardstock, and then I scored them at 5.5. I'm using this pattern paper that's cut, right now it's cut at 2 by I believe 6, and it's from the Stampin' Up Fresh Prints Designer Series paper stack, and it is cut at 6.5, so I will have to trim it down. But this actually was not Christmas. This was just in the regular catalog last year. But when I saw all these prints and I saw these colors together, I immediately thought Christmas. And so when it went on clearance and this was before I was a demonstrator, when it went on clearance, I bought 4. 4 of them. So I have a lot of pattern paper to use up. So I cut this candy cane kind of stripe paper. It measures right now. It measures 2 by 6.5. But we'll end up cutting this down as we move along. For my inside panel, I have 4 pieces of just some white cardstock. I think this is actually Stampin' says Stamp White, and it measures 4 by 5.25. Our stamp, the mat we're going to stamp on measures 3 by 4, and then our we have a real red layer that's going to be just 1/8 of an inch bigger. Now, I made a bunch of these because if you guys know me or if you watch any of my videos, you know I tend to make some mistakes. So we're gonna do 4, but I have some extra cut just in case. So I've mounted the 2 smaller snowflakes from that Festive Flurry bundle and onto an acrylic block. And I'm gonna be stamping today using Coastal Cabana in Real Red. So I think I'm gonna do the big snowflake in the Coastal Cabana and the smaller snowflake in the Real Red. So let me zoom back in so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm going to ink up the biggest snowflake. I just had to re-ink my ink pad, so this might be a little too juicy. We'll see. And I'm going to stamp off on this side. And then I'm going to stamp off on this side, and then I'm going to stamp off again down here. And what we've done is I've created a visual triangle, and that helps your random stamping look a little bit more random. Okay, so let's get our Real Red snowflake going. Okay, there's that one. And see how I messed up? That's why I do more than one. Okay, I'm actually going to change directions a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is stamp the panel with the red and the smallest snowflake. And then I'm going to stamp this in Coastal Cabana, but I'm going to cut it out with the coordinating framelit, and that will anchor our sentiment. So let me pull in 2 pieces. Okay, so I have 4 snowflakes cut, and I've got my stamping done. So I'm going to pull in my sentiment. We're going to go ahead and stamp our inside panel. So the way I do this to make sure I get it straight is I just drop it on my mat and then line it up and then pick it up with my block. And my blocks are kind of dirty. Let's make sure this is going to fit. Yep, perfect. Hopefully my big head is not getting in your way. So I'm really hoping, I think my red needs to be re-inked. But let's see if we can make it through. If not, I've got Simon Says stamp red that I can pull out. Perfect. Okay, so let's bring in our layering pieces. And then we'll bring in our stamp pieces. Again, not as quite as random as I was hoping, but that's all right. Am I gonna use snail or ATG? I'll use ATG. One of the tricks when you're making cards in like an assembly line is to do all of one step and then move on to the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back of all 4 panels, and then I'm going to bring in our layering piece. Again, this piece measures 3 by 4, and this piece of Real Red measures 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. So as you can see, I've got a couple little marks. I'm going to bring in my, what is this called? Gel pen. I'm like, what? And now you can't even really tell. I guess I did that on more than one. I may end up scrapping this and starting all over. Yeah, let's just start all over. I'm not loving these at all. Okay. Let's go back to our pattern paper and let's pick out something that will go with these snowflakes. I don't think though any of that is it. What if we just put a snowflake down? Nope, I don't like that either. Poot. You know what? I bet I have some kind of pattern paper in my stash that will work. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went to my Designer Series paper, the Brights collection, and pulled out a piece of Real Red. And now I'm trying to decide if I want to use the polka dots or if I want to use the little arrows. And I think I'm going to use the arrow up because the polka dots is just too much red, I think. So here we go. Let's keep going. So I'm going to stick this on right there. We don't have to go all the way, quite all the way down with our glue because we're going to cut off a chunk of it. I managed to get my desk cleaned off today. It was a miracle, I swear. It's not bad. So what did I do with my scissors? Scissors! Scissors! Okay, I'm going to get one and then I'm going to fast forward again. There's no reason for you guys to sit here and watch me do all this in regular time. I know my videos can run a little on the long side, but I try not to cut out any steps, especially if someone's new to card making. I know when I was first looking, I felt like I needed to know how to do everything. Okay, so that one's done. Let's add our little panel. So I want it about right here. Perfect. Okay, so let's see how we want this to go. Wow, that's really busy. I think we need a bigger snowflake. What do you guys think? Yeah, we definitely need a bigger snowflake. Okay, so let me go make some bigger snowflakes. Okay, be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back and I'm completely changing directions again. I went ahead and stamped I think this is like the middle snowflake in Pool Party. And I think I'm gonna add that flat down and then add on this. Or do I just want that? Because I initially thought that I wasn't gonna use this die cut because it's just too... Oh, well that kind of looks good right there, doesn't it? All right, well, let's do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me bring in a scratch sheet of paper. And I'm going to use my glue, two-way glue pen from Stampin' Up to put glue on this. Okay, and then let's pop some dimensionals on the back of this. I went ahead with the Pool Party because I thought it was going to look prettier. It was a little bit softer than that Coastal Cabana, which is a beautiful color, of course, but it was just really strong for this card to me because the ink is a bit darker than the cardstock is. You guys just watch me put 1,000 dimensionals on this thing. I swear I apologize for that every single video, but I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Okay, I love that. I really do love that. Let's put some rhinestones. Put my lid on my glue before it goes dry on me. So let's do some little ones. Every Christmas card needs a little bling. At least I think so. Okay, what do you think? Let me zoom you in so you can see a little better. I like it. I like that a lot. Finally, I feel like I've been working on this card. I've been working on this card almost 2 hours. Oh my gosh, that's all right. I love it. And at least I'll have 4 of them done, right? And we're using up our stash of papers. So we're doing exactly what Festive Friday is supposed to do. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this card, please give this video a thumbs up, even though I'm sure it's going to be hard to watch and keep up with. I will do my best to edit it so it's not too crazy. As always, links to the supplies that are available will be down in the description box below and over on my blog, which you can find in the description box, or there's an annotation at the end where you can click either on where it says shop 24/7, you can click on that and it'll take you to my Stampin' website, or you can click on subscribe and it'll take you to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, so thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Friday for another Festive Friday video. Thank you. Bye-bye.